Hello everyone, today I'm going to be reviewing the Evolved Godzilla. I already made a review, but I deleted it only 30 minutes after it was posted because I made a lot of errors in that about the head and everything, but it doesn't matter. I'm redoing it. So yeah. First I want to go over paint and detail. The details, they're pretty much amazing. The only problem I would even see on this is, the teeth could be sculpted a little better. Let me see if I can focus. They're still a lot better than most Godzilla figures, like the Monsterverse one. So, I'd say they're pretty much great. It's just the paint that makes them look a little weird. The paint on this could have been better, but it's not that bad. I think it's just the face paint that could be better. It could all be better, but it's not bad at all. It's pretty good. The spines look beautiful. I have a light here. You can see them glowing with that. Looks very nice. That's pretty much it for paint and details. Not too much to show. It's basically just Monsterverse got a little bit thinner. Maybe like a little more detail than the original sculpt. Especially in the spines, but other than that, it's pretty much very self-explanatory. There's nothing really to look into. The articulation, on the other hand, it's way different than the original one. It's literally almost as good as the 72 Godzilla, if not better in most aspects. Um, the head is the real big problem I have with this figure. Literally, pretty much the only problem I have with articulation. It falls off way too easily. I just have to be super careful. You have to basically move it with intent. You can't just move it randomly. It'll fall off. It goes down that far. It goes down pretty dang far. It can look that far. It can go farther, but every time I try with this copy, it just falls right off. I always get really bad luck with Monsterarts figures. It kind of sucks. Because everyone else's copies are great with their heads and everything. It doesn't fall off at all. They can force it up. That's the farthest I can get, and it just falls off. I'm trying to get a better angle here. I pretty much can't do anything with this head. It just falls off all the time. There's basically nothing I can do about it. Yeah, it looks up that far to the side. Oh my fuck. Okay, I'll try my best, alright? I recommend going to a different reviewer, because I can't get the job done with this stupid ass head. Goes to the side about that far. I'm not gonna try the other side. I don't feel like it right now. As you can see, it does not go on at all. The neck I'm gonna take the head off for this part. Goes down really far. With the head, where'd it go? Oh, okay, it's right here. It goes down, about that far. Pretty far. That doesn't even include the torso. So we go to the arms. They can go up about that far. A little more than the original, not that much though. They added this extra section here that adds a lot more articulation. I really like it. Especially since the elbow doesn't go in too far. It goes in about that far, and if you force it, it just pops off. So yeah, not that bad. Then the hand, you can pretty much move it like a higher figure, you know. The thing is, with the extra hands, the reason I don't have them on right now is because they fall off pretty easily when you put them on. It's like that. Let me get him right now. Where'd he go? Right here. The Energized Godzilla. His hands, his extra ones, the fist ones, fall off constantly. Like, you can barely get them on. It's not really the same. Oh, goodness. It's not really the same with, the Evolved Godzilla. They stay on pretty nicely. Just, if you move them too much, they'll fall off. So I just keep the normal hands on. Kind of sucks, just like the other. It's always GXK, dude. All their figures have problems. But, yeah. They move great. It's just the extra hands. They fall off there. Next. Torso. Let's see. Let me move these buildings away. Alright, the torso. You can go down that far. Let's count the neck. Yeah, he looks all the way down pretty easily. You can go up that far, including his neck. Yeah, it's about that far. If you position his legs and get him to look a little bit higher, but it's not, it's barely anything. It's worse than the high is in looking up, but, you know, get what we get. Then, you can go side that far. Side that far is pretty decent. And then the legs, I really like these legs. I don't really have any problems with them at all, except they can't go back really because there's this piece blocking it, but it's still good. This is not tight at all on both sides. They're really good, really free moving, can go up really far. The spread, freaking amazing. Like, it goes out that far. If you don't want the gaps there, you don't have to have them. You can just put it in barely a little bit like that. So don't complain about the gaps if there's just simple solutions, right? So then it can go out that far, in that far, really good. Pretty easy. It can go actually side to side. It's really good. Alright, and then the pivot, I have no problems. This is just great. It also goes down that far. Yeah, it's very easy to articulate this guy. Now the tail. This figure's tail is almost as good, if not better, in some areas than the 72 Godzilla. Let me get him real quick. Alright, I got him right here. I'll just show this guy's tail just to compare. It goes like really far. It goes all the way up here with ease. It's just that it's not that long, so it doesn't really reach all the way up there. The evolved Godzilla is pretty much the same, except it's just longer, so it can go a little further. It's not as durable. Almost never breaks or pops off. The only area that would pop off is like here, but that's it. That's only if you stress it like insanely hard. I'm doing this, and it's not falling off at all. This figure, the tail in general is freaking amazing. No problems, basically. I'll just demonstrate it just to show you. Goes in very far as well. See this part here? Yeah, if you force it, it'll explode, but that's only if you force it. And average person isn't doing this to their figures. This is a review. That's why I'm doing this. So don't let this discourage you or change your view of the figure. So let's do that again. I'll be a little more careful around this area if you're trying to do this pose. Alright. This area doesn't really go down at all, so it's really limited. There. Pretty dang good. And it goes up. Dang it. Stay. Alright. Monsterverse Godzilla's tails never really stay up, but this one, on the other hand, is freaking amazing. I don't mean to be a glazer here, but come on. Like, this guy can get literally almost any pose you want him in. Most reviews don't really do it justice when they do it, but yep. Look at that. No matter how much you hate Monsterarts, or you hate this figure, or you hate the paint, or the sculpt, you gotta admit, this is literally the best tail in a while. Like in a year, so, yep. 9 out of 10 for articulation. The only problem is the head. Okay. Normally here I'd go over accessories, but I don't really feel like showing them because my box that has all my accessories for all the figures, including this one, is outside. I don't want to go outside. I'm lazy. It's not that different. It's this, except more spread out and more angry. Yeah, and they fall off pretty dang easily. Hold up, there's a fly. Let me kill it. All right. Yeah, as I was saying, those only hands as accessories should have definitely came with the beam. Kind of disappointing for 140, more than just kind of. But honestly, I think this figure is actually almost justifies the price. Okay, now I'm glazing. I'll be honest, this figure should have been 110, 120 at most. But that's at most. At least should have been like 70, half the price. But honestly, this is pretty much worth it. Definitely not worth 140, but If you're like a big Evolved Godzilla fan, you love Articulation, this is the figure for you. I'm just going to show a couple of pictures of this figure in some pretty cool poses showing off its articulation. Yeah, and then the video will end.